In today's video, you're going to learn the shocking truth about artificial food dyes like Red 40 and Yellow 5 and how these dyes are affecting your hormones, brain function, weight gain, and overall health. We'll also dive into why people are boycotting Kellogg's and how companies are sneaking in dangerous chemicals into foods like Fruit Loops and other cereals. Plus, I'll show you exactly what foods to avoid to protect yourself and your family from these harmful ingredients. Now, I know this video is a bit different from my usual content, but it's just as important to your health, your weight loss, and your hormones. You see, the food you eat doesn't just affect your waistline, it impacts your overall well-being, your mood, your energy levels, which are a key to long-term success in any wellness journey. Don't forget to stick around the end because I'll be sharing my favorite resources on how to live a healthier, chemical-free lifestyle, helping you make informed choices about what you put in your body and how to avoid the hidden dangers lurking in the processed foods, right? I'm Dr. Cody Golman. I've spent years helping patients balance their hormones and get their health back. Frankly, it's disgusting why the FDA still allows these toxic food additives in our food supply. And after really seeing this firsthand, the damaging effects that dyes can do and have on hormones and behavior, overall well-being, I'm here to help you make better choices for yourself and your family. Now, if you're watching this, you may have heard already about the recent boycotts against Kellogg's for using artificial dyes in their cereals. Maybe you've noticed that despite eating what seems like healthy foods, your energy is low, your mood is off, or your kids are hyperactive, or they're struggling to focus. What you might not know is that these symptoms could be linked to artificial colors which are hiding in many popular processed foods. Now, what you may not realize is that artificial food dyes, especially Red 40 and Yellow 5, are disrupting your hormones and brain function. And no matter how healthy the food looks, if it's packed with artificial food colors, it's hurting you. Now, the FDA might claim these dyes are safe, but countries like Norway and Austria have banned Red 40 altogether. Now, this can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you're trying to eat healthy, but still, consuming dangerous additives without even realizing it. In this video, you'll learn how artificial food dyes like Red 40 and Yellow 5 will affect your brain, your hormones, and your mood. We'll also learn why people are protesting Kellogg's and boycotting processed foods that contain artificial food dyes, right? And we'll learn what foods to avoid that are commonly loaded with these harmful dyes, including popular cereals and snacks. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of why it's so important to avoid these harmful chemicals and how to protect your health by choosing natural, dye-free foods. Let's dive in. So let's talk about these artificial food dyes that are in so many of our foods we eat every day. Now, you've probably seen them listed on packages, Red 40, Yellow number 5, and a host of other synthetic colors. These dyes are commonly found in cereals like Fruit Loops, and even though they might make the cereal look fun and appealing, they come with some serious risks. Now, most people don't realize that artificial colors in foods are made from petroleum. Yes, you heard that right. The same substance used to make gasoline. In a 2015 study published in Clinical Pediatrics found that artificial food dyes, particularly Red 40 and Yellow 5, were associated with increased hyperactivity in children. The study concluded that removing synthetic dyes from children's diets resulted in a significant behavioral improvement. But it's not just about hyperactivity. These synthetic chemicals in these dyes have been shown to interfere with hormonal function. Red 40 has been linked to disruption of estrogen and testosterone levels. The studies have shown that these dyes may act as endocrine disruptors, chemicals that interfere with the body's hormone systems, leading to a wide range of health issues, including developmental problems in children, reproductive issues, and even an increased risk of cancer. In fact, some research suggests that synthetic dyes may promote early puberty in children, disrupt thyroid function, and increase the risk of obesity due to their impact on hormone regulation. Now, Yellow 5, also known as tartrazine, has been linked to allergic reactions, asthma, and behavioral changes. It can also interfere with zinc absorption in the body, which is crucial for maintaining a balanced hormone system. Zinc plays a role in regulating the production of testosterone and estrogen. So when artificial dyes reduce zinc absorption, it can result in hormone imbalances, mood swings, and increased stress levels. So why exactly are people protesting Kellogg's? One major reason is their continued use of artificial dyes like Red 40 and Yellow 5 in their products. Parents are waking up to the fact that the cereals they've been feeding their kids or ate themselves, like Fruit Loops, are filled with these harmful ingredients. And And it's not just about health risks like hyperactivity or hormone disruption. There's also a broader controversy about why Red 40 is banned in other countries but still allowed in the US. So here's the kicker. Countries like Norway and Austria have completely banned Red 40. Yet in the US, Kellogg's and other big food companies still use it in their products. Now, the European Food Safety Authority has stricter guidelines, and European versions of popular cereals like Fruit Loops, they often don't contain these harmful dyes. Can you believe that? The difference between American food ingredients and those in other countries is staggering. In Europe, food manufacturers often use natural alternatives like beet juice or paprika extract to color their foods. But in the US, synthetic dyes remain the cheaper option, right? The bright, colorful cereals and snacks are full of artificial colors, which are cheap to produce but expensive to our health. You might be wondering how these harmful dyes ended up in our food in the first place, and why companies like Kellogg's, why do they still use them? Well, the sad truth is that the FDA has approved these artificial colors despite significant evidence of their dangers. While other countries have banned or restricted their use, the US continues to allow them, and food companies keep using them because they're cheap and make products look visually more appealing. Now, the FDA's testing standard for these dyes are outdated. Most of the research used to justify their approval was conducted decades ago, and newer studies showing the harmful effects are often overlooked or downplayed. You see, in the 1970s, the FDA acceptable daily intakes, ADI limits, for Red 40 and Yellow 5 based on animal studies. But these limits didn't account for the cumulative effects of consuming these dyes across multiple products over time. For example, a single serving of cereal might contain only a small amount of dye, but when combined with other processed foods throughout the day, it can quickly exceed safe levels. This is why you can't simply trust the FDA's approval of ingredients like artificial colors. Their standards are often influenced by corporate interests, and they don't always prioritize long-term health effects. Red 40 side effects and Yellow 5 side effects can be particularly dangerous for children and those with sensitivities. If you ever wondered, are food dyes safe? Well, the simple answer is no, not always. Many processed foods are loaded with these harmful additives, and it's up to us, it's up to you as consumer, right, to read the label carefully and make informed choices. So what can you do to avoid these harmful dyes? Well, the first step is knowing which foods to watch out for. Red dye 40 is commonly found in a wide range of brightly colored processed foods. All right, so here are some red dye 40 foods to avoid. Cereals like Fruit Loops, Trix, Cap'n Crunch, berries, Cap'n Crunch berries, right? Candies such as Twizzlers, M&Ms, Starbucks, fruit flavored drinks like Gatorade, Powerade, Kool-Aid, soft drinks, especially Mountain Dew and cherry flavored colas, snacks like Doritos, certain Cheeto flavors, baked goods such as packaged cookies, frostings and cakes, ice creams, popsicles, and with bright colors, gelatin desserts like Jell-O. Many of these foods are marketed towards children, as you can see, making it especially important to be aware of what you're serving to your family. Unfortunately, many of these foods are staples in American households. Now, the good news is that there are natural alternatives. Many organic and natural food brands use plant-based dyes like beet juice, turmeric, and spirulina, which don't come with the harmful side effects. Also, consider the difference between American food ingredients and those in other countries. You see, like in Europe, many foods that are dyed with synthetic colors in the US are colored with natural substances, or the colors are left out entirely. This really raised the question, why are we still consuming these harmful dyes when healthier alternatives are readily available? And honestly, you probably know it, at the end of the day, the issue goes way beyond Kellogg's and the use of artificial dyes. This is about the larger problem of processed foods in the American diet. It's all about profit. From the cereals we eat for breakfast to the snacks we give our kids, artificial food colors are everywhere, and they're contributing to a host of health problems that we don't often connect back to the food we consume. A 2010 study by the Center for Science in the Public Interest found that artificial food colors are not only linked to hyperactivity, but may also contribute to cancer, allergic reactions, and other health problems. The CSPI has been calling for the FDA to ban these dyes for years, but so far, little has changed. The harmful effects of artificial food colors on our brain, on our behavior, and our hormones are well documented at this point. Yet we continue to see these ingredients in our everyday food. This is why people are not only protesting Kellogg's, but also questioning the safety of processed foods in general. The danger of processed foods lies not just in the sugar and fat content, but in the hidden chemicals like these artificial dyes that so many of us are unaware of. Now, it's up to us to push back against food companies and demand better, or don't buy the stuff that has that. Whether it's boycotting Kellogg's or being just more selective about the products we buy, the power is in your hand as a consumer to influence the change. These companies are not going to change. You're going to have to be the change. If you want to understand which sneaky toxic ingredients you should avoid, click here to watch that video made for you. Listen, thanks for sticking with me today as we unpack the dangers of artificial food dyes and why more people are starting to boycott companies like Kellogg's. Remember, it's not just about one company. It's about the bigger picture. These artificial dyes and ingredients are hidden in so many of our foods, and it's up to you to make a more informed decision for our health and our families. Take action today by reading labels, opting for more natural alternatives, and stay informed about the food you consume. Together we can demand better from our food industry. If you want help in how to read your food labels, I made a video for you. Just click here to watch that now. I hope that was helpful. Now, I want to share a resource I created that dives deeper into living a healthy, dye-free lifestyle. It's called The 3 Secrets to Permanent Weight Loss. This free webinar walks you through 3 crucial steps I've used to help thousands of people lose anywhere from 15 to 30 pounds of fat in just 40 days, all while avoiding harmful additives like artificial food dyes that disrupt your hormones and affect your health. In this training, I'll reveal the secrets I've uncovered in over 20 years of experience, and you'll learn why 80% of diets and weight loss programs fail in America, especially when unknowingly consuming toxic ingredients. You can grab it now and watch that training by clicking the link in the description below. Now, if you have any other questions or feel like you still need more guidance, please leave a comment and let me know what you're struggling with. We check all of our comments and we love to respond. I'd love to support you and help you overcome any obstacles on your journey to bettering your health. And listen, if this video was exactly what you needed, please hit the like button or subscribe and share it with the people in your life, especially those in 30s, 40s, and 50s who are ready to take control of their health and avoid the hidden dangers in processed foods. Until next time, keep building your healthy and empowered body and life.